like regular light bulbs.
I have no idea. I think
I
it's
just
no,
imagine
it's a regular one.
it's a regular. I just imagine the light bulb just shuts out. Your camera just go completely blank, and then we're just talking to a shadow. It'd be hilarious.
When we moved into this house, the previous owners put the wrong light bulbs in all the things, so when you turn it on, they all flickered, and I was like, "Oh, we just moved into, like, a haunted ass house." Um, yeah.
When I tell you that's not, if that's like not, I've so this happened today. As you know, I was like on a trip by my mom, and haunted is so perfect for this because so where we went to was just like up in the mountains, right? And we were doing this hike trail that like it's along the river. It's got like waterfalls and stuff, right? So we're along this trail, and my mom points out a graveyard, just a graveyard, randomly on the trail. And if anybody knows my mom in any way, she loves taking photos. She just like you can't pull her away from the camera. So of course she's like, "Oh, a graveyard," and she walks towards the graveyard, and she's like with her camera out taking pictures. I'm like, "Mom, mother, please do not take pictures of the graveyard. You are asking for spirits to literally come home with you. I'm good." So here's me all the way off to the side walking away. I'm like, I don't want any part of this at all. You're bringing like haunted vibes with you. I don't want that. And she's like taking pictures. She's like, "Ooh, look at this tombstone. It says 1880 something to 19. It's 100 years. Somebody lived for 100 years." I'm like, "That's even worse. Stop. Get away. What are you doing?" Okay, so that happens. I finally get her away, and I'm like threatening her with her mom. I'm like, I'm gonna call grandma and tell her like to tell you something because you're doing too much right now. My mom's my best friend, by the way. Um, so we leave, right? Finish the trail. We're at the very end. We're at a bench, and we're like, okay, before we get in the car and go to the next destination, we'll eat our snacks, chill for a second, and then we'll drive. So we do that. We finish. I'm looking for a trash can to throw our stuff away. Throw it away. Come back, and she's gathering her stuff. Right? She then like so then something happens, like a loud thud just like drops to the ground, and we're like,
Yeah, I'm right there with Cecilia's shaking her head, I'm right there with you, I'm like, "Nope." I almost feel like I shouldn't even be here listening to the story, I don't wanna be, like, complicit in whatever this ghost did, but go on.
so in any
My
of
lights
this,
flickering over here, Sven. I don't know.
Yeah, no thanks.
yes, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I have white sage, so if anything, we're gonna burn sage on the podcast for the first time. Okay,
No, I can
so a
tell you.
loud huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, a loud thud happens. Both of us look back, nothing. We do one of those like double, triple takes, like, huh? Like we both heard it. So it happened. But there's nothing on the ground. Nothing at all. Our book bags, everything is on us. We didn't leave anything behind. Mind you, this is an hour after the graveyard or so, like a good chunk of time. My mom goes, "Okay, you can stay right there. You are not welcomed. Um, please stay, something, something." And then she goes like this. And I look at her and I'm so confused because in my head, my memory's as bad as Dan's. I'm like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" And she goes, "The spirit." I'm telling him he's not welcome to come here. Clearly, that's what that was. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, no, fuck that spirit." And I was like, "You can stay there too." And it's just been like, I don't know, ever since that moment earlier today, there's just been like little signs of like hauntedness. I'm like, "Mom, if you go home tonight and you're asleep at 2 in the morning and you hear something falling off of a table or something, please do not call me. I don't want anything to do with this. I'm good."
I
Like,
love your mom's confidence too, just be like, "No, stay." Like, that
I
would
do
not
that
be me,
too.
I'd be like, "Just take me, I'm done." Your mom like, I would love to see, like, your mom in a horror movie, it's like, "Stop it, no."
No,
She's
I
like,
do that too. I'll hear like a footstep upstairs and I'm like, "No, you're not welcome here. Go ahead and get out of here." Cause like there's stuff that happens here. I mean, that hasn't happened in a while, but you'll hear
except
like
for
a
the lights
footstep.
flickering.
Yeah, currently the light bulb is on something right now, but one time we did a like haunted cemetery tour It was, like, around Halloween with my parents. I think it was my parents, like, their friends, couple people like, there was a group of us, and, um, they had everyone carry, like, these things that, like, it'll, like, light up, right? It's like a device, and it's got, like, red, yellow, whatever on there, and it'll light up if there's, like, energy or whatever. But then they had these dolls that light up, and they handed one of the dolls to me, and so I'm, like, holding this doll and trying to look at it and make sure, like, I if it lights up, I'm not looking. And, yeah, I had to, like, carry this doll the whole way. I mean, nothing, like, crazy happened, but I was, like, creeped out. And it got we ended up, leaving early 'cause it was, like, really cold, but we left in the part where we were about to get to, like, the little kid spot. Actually, you know how there's, like, those houses in there? I guess, like, there was someone in there,
Yeah.
and the lady asked it, like, "Is it okay if we're in this area?" And whatever's in this house was like, "No." She's like, "Alright, no, we're gonna keep walking." And, yeah, they had a thing that does a temperature, and she's like, "I'm gonna point this to the tombstone, just raise the temperature 5 degrees, lower it 5 degrees," and it would happen. Like, you could see the temperature changing.
I
Oh,
don't like that.
yeah, now I'm getting, like, kinda chills thinking about it. And
Well,
then
it's like it's extra scary when you add the science part of it. Like, it's one thing to hear, like, a creepy noise, it's one thing to see a machine just being like, "There's a ghost, there's a
no, it
ghost."
was yeah, no, the temperature was changing, yeah.
Oh,
And then
I
there
don't
was
like
one
that.
part where they casted, like, green dots across, like, the way and, like, against the trees, and they're like, you might, like, see something walk across the lights. And I'm like, "Nah, okay, I'm not looking." Like, "No, not this part." But then
No.
there was
No,
one part
thank
where she
you.
was like, "Oh, you'll smell, like, really, strong, like" I don't know what was, some kind of tree, like, I don't know, pine or something, right? And so, um, my dad's like, "Oh, I smell cigarettes." And we look, and the tour guide's, like, 5 feet away smoking a cigarette, and I was like, "Okay, no." Like, you thought you smelled a ghost just now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were onto something. Jinkies, I
yeah.
smell cigarettes,
That ghost smells like menthols. Yeah.
Mind
That's
you, I love horror and I like scary stuff, but, like, when it also, I was born on the Day of the Dead, so you would think I have some kinda, like, affinity to the dead and the spirits or whatever. Don't leave me out of all of that, I'm good. I have a Ouija board that I've never
Oh, no.
opened. I have white sage in case, for whatever reason, it does get opened. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm like, saging this house because 'cause I'm good. I don't wanna communicate with spirits, I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
in
they
that
say
realm."
just at the end. We dipped right before they got into the little kid part. I'm like, "No, I'm so good on that."
that always
Yeah.
ups it. My husband's grandmother passed away and left a bunch of stuff to the family, and one thing was this, I mean, it makes Annabelle look like the sweetest little thing. It is this terrifying doll. It is horrifying. And as soon as he took it, I was like, "Oh, good, we're throwing that out, right? Like, we're not bringing this home." And he was like, "It's my grandmother's. We have to." It's in our attic right now. I I every time I think about it, I get nervous. I hate that it's in this house right now. And I want to throw it away, but also I know I'll throw it away, he'll find it, bring it back, and I'll think it came back by itself. So, yeah, there's a me and that creepy ass doll have an understanding that it stays in the attic, I live down here, and we leave each other alone.
It's like that creepy spider that you have where you're like, "I don't wanna kill you because 'cause you'll kill the other bugs," but, like, we have an understanding that you stay way over there, I'm here, and we're
Exactly.
good. Like,
Mhm. Yeah. This is the line, I'll stay on my side, you stay on yours.
don't cross, do not pass go, do not collect $200, thank you. I'm so glad the lights flickering and the haunted thing about your house came up 'cause on the drive here, I was about to drop my mom off, and I was like we were telling that story to my uncle, and we were dying in the car, and I was like, "Man, and I gotta go home, rush, and record this podcast." I would love if, like, this topic comes up tonight, immediately, it's the first thing that shows.
Perfect, of course. Hard to forget.
It's so good, it's so topical, it happened today, it's great. Um, but are we ready for this podcast?
I'm ready. Let's do it. I don't know why I did that with my hands, but I'm ready
I'm
to
ready
I'm
too.
ready I'm ready to go.
Jazz
I
hands.
don't know why. I always start off the show by, like, loosening up, like I'm gonna do something physical, and yeah.
And we
Do it
start
all.
stretching.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stretching. Yep, yep, yep. Are you ready to fumble this intro, Dan, as we do?
I We'll get it. Maybe year 3, year 4, we'll finally get it right. So we'll get there.
3, 2, 1.
Pick a side now, ain't no neutral in chat. Your five versus mine, we gotta clash. I'm running out of time to look at the past. Speaking my truth, they told me put it in a podcast. Intros, outros, yo, show me how to laugh. Cause who versus you versus who versus you versus who.
Welcome back, everybody, to yet another gorgeous episode of the You versus Who podcast. I'm your host, Sven, and with me, I have,
Co-host Dan.
yeah, this is the show where we have hot takes on everyday debates. And it's the show where we talk about all things nerdy
All things geeky.
and quite simply,
All things.
I think I hear
Yeah.
bells because I think we nailed it.
We did nail it. I fumbled a little bit at the beginning, but we recovered.
We're charming. It's okay. And today it's an extra special episode because we have an extraordinary guest, another Starcade alumni, a Mac Miller enthusiast, a sports fan. We have Cecilia.
Oh my god, you did your research.
I'm trying.
Mac Miller, that's like a hidden lore. I feel like I
love that.
Listen, anybody else that shares a love of Mac Miller and sports, I have to bring it up. It's just
Yeah.
automatic.
That's awesome.
Okay, what is your favorite Mac Miller song?
Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza.
Okay, you
Um,
really know your Mac Miller then.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I love Spins, that
Yeah,
one's
that's a
great.
good one.
Circles is another favorite of mine. Dan is Lost. It's
I
good.
am Googling
Oh
Mac
my gosh,
Miller.
yeah. I love Mac Miller. I went to see him a few times. The first time I seen him was that was so long ago. I still had like a BlackBerry Pearl. Like the picture that
My
I
God.
have is blurry. It was at the House of
Oh,
Blues. Yeah.
I'm like extremely jelly because I obviously rest in peace to the GOAT Mac Miller. I never got a chance to go see him live, but I always wanted to.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. Aw, Mac
What do you remember like one song that he performed live that like you were like, oh yes?
Um, let me see. I don't know. I think that one is my favorite. I mean, I like Blue Slide Park. Um, I don't know. There were so many. I've seen him a few times. One of the times was with Wiz Khalifa. That one was really good. I think that one was
Okay.
Diabolical tour. I can't remember. It was him with Wiz Khalifa. That was really good.
I did get to see Wiz Khalifa, and he puts on a good show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So today, and every day that we do this podcast, I don't know why I said today, but on this podcast we have the buckets of potential arguments. We have the main quest bucket and the side quest bucket. Side quest bucket is a little cooler, water cooler type situation. It's very vanilla versus chocolate, coffee versus tea. And then the main quest bucket is where the hot and ready tickets are. It's where we need a shirt that says hot and ready with a bucket on it. It's
Good idea.
where the fiercest debates are spawned out of. And with that being said, are we ready for our first side quest bucket ticket?
I'm ready. Let's
Yes.
do it.
I forget I created the format of the show. And I always forget like how exciting it is to pull like a ticket. I'm like, oh shit, like I get to do this. Cool. Okay. Are we gamers in this? Are we all gamers here?
Loosely, a little
Someone?
bit.
Okay.
Loosely. We play a little bit. All right. So we know like the concept of a loot box.
A
A loot
what?
box. Yeah.
A loot box.
Oh, yeah.
So you get a loot box. There's a chance of you getting a rare item, a common item, right? Okay. So would you rather open up a loot box and have 1% chance of making yourself rich, or a 99% chance of deleting your bank account? So would you open that loot box with those odds?
Oh, you're talking like real world loot box here. We're getting out of the game. Interesting.
Yeah. But the concept is with the video game. Yeah, like the loot box. So you find a loot box in real life, and you have if you open it, there's a 1% chance that you're like filthy rich for the rest of your life. You're set up generational wealth. Let's call it that, right? But there's a 99% chance that it deletes your bank account and you have to start over from scratch.
Yeah,
Are you opening said loot box?
I'm not.
You're not?
No, I think like because I'm looking what my life is now, and I feel like I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we could all use more money, but I'm like I'm like good that I wouldn't want to risk it. I honestly, even if it was like a 50-50 chance, I don't think I would do it. Just because imagine you screw that up. Like, and I also have notoriously bad luck. So I did Deal or No Deal on a cruise once with the chance to win like $10,000. I walked away with 50 cents. So yeah.
A win's a win.
I was that?
A win's a win. That's a
I
win.
mean, it's something.
I
But
mean, she
yeah,
has a point. It could have been negative. You could have walked
You
away
could
with
have
negative
owed Deal
dollars.
or No
You
Deal.
could have owed money.
you could do negative dollars in Deal or
I
No Deal? Oh, not Deal. Sorry, not Deal
no.
or No Deal. No Deal or No Deal. The one with the
N
suitcases,
no,
right?
I just made that up,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I think there was
I'm
I think
charging you to
1
play.
cent was lower, and that was it. I got the second to lowest one, but yeah, it was bad. But anyway, yeah, I would not take it.
You wouldn't take it. Cecilia, would you take it?
No, I don't like those odds, 99% to 1%, and I'm trying to think, like, I'm not that lucky, I guess, when it comes to, like, raffles and stuff, but, like, you know how I, like, collect sports cards, and I do get lucky on pulling good cards, like,
Ooh,
so and those are kind of a little bit harder to pull, and I've gotten lucky a few times, that and on, like, Whatnot, like, I've gotten pretty lucky, but I don't know, I don't think it's like, no, I probably wouldn't. 99 to 1. I
yeah,
think it would take like 7 or 10 before I would get that 1%.
Yeah.
that's
I
fair.
Listen, I'm only prodding a little bit on you guys because I'm like, let's see if I can get you to say yes. It's almost kind of been like my role on this show, and I don't want to play devil's advocate because listen, I probably wouldn't do it either, but I will present a circumstance where I would do it if my bank account was negative, right?
Okay.
Then I would do it because if you're deleting my bank account, then it should theoretically delete my debt too, right? So what do I have to lose?
Big city banker. I don't think that's how debt works, but I see what you mean. If it started you at 0 and you were somebody like deep in debt, then yeah, I think that makes sense. But
I mean, again, what do you have to lose? If okay, even if it didn't wipe away the debt, right? It would first of all, it would still delete the bank account. So, um,
What if I had a
but I
check
still
with it?
wouldn't have. Oh
You get
well,
to pick which bank account that you're gambling this on?
that
'Cause I don't
that's
I mean,
CC's big braining this right now, and I like
yeah.
it because I'm like, wait,
'cause
hold on, now
I mean,
you're
I
onto
do have
something.
a couple different ones for different things, so pick
This
one
is
and
very
I'll gamble on that
yeah.
one.
This is very like wishes for more wishes. You're like, where's the loophole here? Like, where can I get the best of both worlds?
It's like a
Yeah,
cheat
that's
code
a
for the
good
loot
call.
box.
I mean, like, what percentage of chance to be filthy stinking rich would you said 7 out of 10? You're saying like 70% chance?
For Cecilia?
Yeah, for
I'm saying, like,
Cecilia.
I would have to open multiple loot boxes to finally get that 1%. It's not happening on the first time. So that's probably why,
Gotcha.
like, with sports cards, I get lucky because 'cause I'm not just buying one.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's a good
You're
call.
you're like fighting against the odds by doing multiple. It's the multiple bank account thing, really, truly. Like if you let's say if you had 8 bank accounts and you had a loot box for each one, I don't would you would you do it then? I guess if you had 8 loot boxes, 8 bank accounts, is there
That
cuz then what
helps.
are, it helps, right? Like what are the odds, right? Cuz then one of them you might okay. Also, we're talking about generational wealth. We're not talking about like, oh, you win $10 million. We're talking about like so much money. You don't know how much you can't like. You don't know how to spend it. Your kids can't spend it. Your grandkids can. You know what I'm saying? Like we're
Right.
talking about like Rockefeller levels of
We're
money
talking like
here.
$1 billion here.
That's not enough money. We're talking
What
about
do you
like
mean more than well, billion's a
Trillion?
lot, but
I
yeah.
think I think
Really?
Musk just right. I think Musk just recently got like $1 trillion or whatever. We're talking like that kind of wealth, like you know what I'm saying? So 8 bank accounts, 8 loot boxes. Are you opening okay, not all of them, but are you opening up a loot box until maybe
I would chance it
you
on
get
one bank account.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just too much of a weenie. I don't think I would
I
do
mean,
it
I would
still,
put
like
$1 in that bank account and then get,
well,
like
that's
I mean,
true. Okay, well, yeah, if something like
that's what
that,
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like, if there's any
I
chance of,
immediately
like,
transfer
my
everything out
actual money
first.
going away, then I would not take it, is what I'm trying to say.
You're putting 50 cents in that bank
Yeah,
account.
Yeah.
50 cents for Deal or
I'm
No Deal. I'm
gambling
putting
50
that in
cents
there.
on generational wealth.
I would take those odds.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we didn't get lucky with that ticket, but maybe the next side quest ticket is lucky. We have underwater travel versus space travel.
Ugh.
Which would you prefer?
Hmm,
I would probably space travel. No, I'm not going underwater. No, I'm like
yeah.
I don't like no. Like a submarine, I'd probably would never go in one of those.
Is
I want
okay, is this because of the story of the people in the
No,
submarine that
even before that, like, even as, like, before that happened, I couldn't even imagine, oh my god, no, being underwater like that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
It's
I don't
very,
even
like
like the Jaws ride in Universal. Okay,
I agree.
that was terrifying. I was like, "Good, I'm glad it's gone now because it was so scary probably."
It was terrifying. I think,
And
like
then underwater,
yeah. I mean, when you think of space travel, it's always like very like it's, future space travel. It's always like very luxurious and like, really, really impressive. But like thinking of like a modern day submarine, you are so cramped and the chance of you dying is like very, very high. And also, I feel like people don't talk enough. It doesn't look like Little Mermaid down there. You can't really see much of anything. Have you ever seen like underwater submarine video? It's just like very foggy water. Like there's not if you want to see like clear water, you go like snorkeling. Anything further down than that, you're not going to see much. Um yeah.
okay, so here I go, trying to play devil's
you wouldn't even
advocate again.
snorkel though either.
Imma be like,
What if at the bottom of the ocean there was a loot box?
and in
And
that
then
loot
so you'd
box
have
is
$1 trillion.
generational wealth. Yeah, exactly. Would you go then? Like,
Alright, then I'm going. Then I'm going.
I
I can
got
be bought.
somebody.
I can be easily bought.
I'm easy to purchase. So look, devil's advocate here. We glorify space too, honestly. There's not much out there that we can't see except for darkness and space dust and more rocks. Also, we haven't been able to travel really past Earth's like atmosphere, within Earth level. Like maybe to the moon, okay, that's not even far in the grand scheme of things of space. Also lots of danger at any moment. Something could crash into your ship. The sun, maybe you get pulled in by the gravitational pull of another uh what are they called? Like,
Planet?
well, you make it sound so simple.
Well,
Celestial body is what I
oh,
mean.
gotcha.
And so what I'm saying is that there's a same level of risk and danger underwater than as there is in space. Also, going underwater, we have pretty much gotten the science down of like pressure and no pressure and like safely being able to get down, not super far, but down there. Versus like space, there are still a lot of variables where things could go wrong on launch. So maybe you don't even make it to space. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm scared of
Here's my other
underwater.
point. I mean, okay, well, why? Well, I'm saying, why are you not afraid of space? Because it's like it's the same level of danger. I guess there's no living beings
There's
out
no
there that we know
sharks
of.
in space, okay.
There's
Well, that
true.
we haven't discovered
I
yet.
can't drown in space.
Imagine, uh, but we could suffocate. We could run.
Yes, so
Okay, look, in the ocean. I mean, you would die from pressure anyways, but there's a chance that you could live just by being able to rise up back to the surface. In space, if your oxygen level or if your oxygen supply is cut off, that's it. You're done. Like you're suffocating, and it's a terrible death. You're like oxygen literally comes out. You turn blue, and your head explodes. Underwater, maybe you make it back to the surface and you live, depending on how far down you are. Also, you can discover new things. A new species could be named after you because of your discovery, right? You know, I don't know.
everyone has a
Yeah.
species named after them. There's Angelina Jolie has a spider, like, I don't think
The
she ever
Dan
met the
fish.
spider.
The
Yeah,
damn fish.
I just,
I mean,
like, it's okay, the best thing you're possibly gonna see at the bottom of the ocean is, like, a shipwreck or maybe, like, a cool looking fish. The best thing you're gonna see, even just going into just, like, the general atmosphere is seeing, like, Earth, which I feel like that you hear astronauts talk about, like, the absolute breathtakingness of just kind of seeing the entire planet. Even if I didn't see anything else, I think that puts space there. Also, space is so, like, glorified, and it's just, like, there's something, like, majestic about it, you know what I mean? Like, submarines, you don't really get that, you just kinda get, like I
you
just
said
imagine,
maybe
like,
you find. You said
people
maybe you'll
hunched
find a
over.
shipwreck, and I'm like, so
Yeah,
maybe
that's how
there's a
you're
loot
gonna.
box with $1 trillion. Like,
Here we go with the loot box.
okay. If it were me, I would want to go to the bottom of the ocean. I think there's much. I would want to be one of the first people that goes down there, and maybe we could like figure out how to get to the core of the earth. Maybe there's like, maybe there's a whole other world on the other side. Maybe Atlantis is at the bottom of the ocean. You know what you're not gonna find in space? Atlantis. And or alien sharks. Just saying.
You really wanna have a different opinion here. You're really grasping at those straws.
No, if it were me, space is the last thing on my mind. I wouldn't want to go to space unless I lived in the year 3000 and Musk or some other rich person has discovered how to like get a bunch of people into space safely and like, you know, back and forth between Earth and Mars or whatever planet is like a thing, then I would consider it.
Let's be clear, neither of these really sound that fun. Uh, right? Like,
For you.
if it was the option of, like, the 2 of those or just, like, living my normal life, I'd probably just live my normal life.
No, wait,
Like,
hold
I
on.
don't
I didn't mean
really
to agree on that. Because being in the space, you're like floating around. No, that's fun. I always thought that looked fun. But a
that does
submarine
look
being all
fun.
cramped like this and
Okay,
underwater.
that's true. I
No.
did forget about the whole, like, floating around
Yeah,
thing.
you're
That
like
is
floating
kinda fun.
around. You get to eat cool meals out of Pop-Tart
Yeah.
packets.
I
First
always
of
do
all,
like
you
when they
could
have, like,
have
the water, like, in front of them and they're, like,
Yeah.
moving it around with their hand. I'm like, "That's cool." Yeah.
first of all, those meal packets you could get in the army. So enlist, I guess. Second of all, I don't, that's my vouch to listen to the army. I don't know. Second of all, why are we limiting? Why are we like, oh, space, glorify spaceships, blah, blah, blah. Also, first of all, spaceships are also cramped. But let's say the ISS or whatever, let's say they do have spacious spaceships. I don't know.
I see them doing
Why
flips.
can't we have, why can't, well, in like one room, but there's like 4, 6 people, what if we had a huge submarine? Like Russia has those massive submarines. Like, why does that have to be a cramped one? Why can't we be talking about like a huge submarine as well? That's my point.
What are you gonna do down there that they can't do on like a flight to Chicago? Like, you know what I mean? Like you're in a small cabin. The best you're gonna see is just kind of like blurry water.
Wait, what? I could see fish. I could see cool underwater life. I could see like the way marine like animals like live. I could maybe see flounder. I don't know. Um, Sebastian the crab. We could be singing under the sea. Y-
You want to sing under the
I'm
sea? You go to Disneyland.
I'm
Okay,
like
I'm staying on Earth
your first
on
point
sea
was
level, ground level.
your first point was the underwater is glorified by like the Little Mermaid and stuff, but we're sitting here glorifying space. Space is not like Star Wars. We're not gonna have like blasters in space and like Chewbacca. Whoa, like I can't do Chewbacca noises, but you get what I'm saying. Like that's not what we're getting in space either. It's also dangerous. Like but at least underwater there's like life and like cool things we could discover, and like I don't know, like I'm not talking the sea floor. I'm just saying like underwater. Underwater travel. That's it.
Eh,
I think I'm gonna stick with my answer.
yeah. Honestly,
That's
until you
right.
told me on the floating around thing, like that's
Yeah,
literally all
no.
I
They're
need
doing
at
flips
this
and
point.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know what that actually feels like. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's got to feel like it's so weird all over your whole body. I would just love to do like little spins and giggle to myself, and yeah, that's all I
We
want.
we have anti-gravity like machine things on Earth where we could just put you in one and you
Yeah,
can
but
like
those are like that's like air shooting you
Yeah,
hard
no,
to
that's
keep
like a
you in
guy
place.
wrangling you around, throwing you up and catching you.
Exactly. I want it without like the big thing of
Yeah.
air. Like I want to know what it just feels like to like float. You know what I mean?
if if an asteroid, not an asteroid, if like a little space rock
All these little
hits
caveats. What if you got abducted by aliens? You know what I mean? And what if at the
look,
bottom of the ocean there was $1 trillion?
if
What if the
if
aliens think you're so funny, they decide to keep you, now you're not coming back, and
if a space rock hits your oxygen tank and you're out of oxygen, you're screwed. I'm saying like I listen, I'm gonna stick with
okay, a
underwater
little rock
travel.
hits the submarine, you got a hole in the submarine, now it's your
What if
It has to be way bigger than a little rock.
okay, a
what if
big
those
ass
ghosts
rock.
from before haunt the spaceship? Okay, now you're in space and you're haunted. And what if there's a bunch of margaritas at the bottom of the ocean? You don't know. You don't know what's down there.
What if all
If
your
that's
hopes
the
and
case, if it
dreams
was
are at the bottom of
between
this ocean and you're
yeah.
doing flips in the air?
Right, exactly. If it was between doing flips, being haunted, or going to the bottom of the ocean having a margarita, then yes, I would go to the bottom of the ocean.
If
But in a
generational wealth
normal
is there, I'm there too.
generation, yeah, exactly.
If
Pure
space
Win,
happiness is the
Sven.
bottom of the ocean.
if space is haunted, I hope that ghost from the graveyard today comes and haunts you guys because I can't right now.
No, I'm gonna tell it it's not welcome here.
It's not welcome here.
You gotta
I
go.
I'm gonna do one more of these because that one was a good one. Listen,
Look,
I'm
even
not
the
even
lights
kidding.
stopped flickering when I said that. I knew.
See, I don't like that. I can't even see it flickering, but like knowing that it is making me nervous. I've got like goosebumps.
I'm sticking with underwater travel. I don't care. Like,
You go to the bottom of the ocean. Have fun.
okay, this side quest ticket is pretty simple. I'd say it's probably pretty quick. Dungeons and Dragons versus video game role-playing games.
Well, I have a solid answer for this.
I think I'm
Uh,
gonna be alone on this one again.
so
Don't
I
Actually,
disagree.
Cecilia, go.
Yeah.
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't really know how to play or the concept. I know it's like a role playing also, right? Right, kinda? I don't know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons. As far as video games, yeah, I guess I would like a role playing, like you see, my video game is like Animal Crossing, right? That's like the gist of it.
Ooh.
But I also downloaded, I haven't played in a while, but I have like the Lego Harry Potter, and I like that. That's like a role playing. So
Yeah.
I would probably go with that one because I enjoy those. Like I enjoy like lazy games, or what are they?
Let
Yeah,
me
Yeah,
those
cozy
Lego games are
games.
so
Cozy games.
underrated. The Indiana Jones one and the Pirates of the Caribbean ones are so good. But
Here
yeah,
we go, Ken, Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Jones. That's
And
listen.
his guy
What if Indiana Jones at the bottom of the ocean and you had to save?
with a
Sorry,
loot box
what if
containing
India
generational wealth.
he's trapped in a loot box with generational wealth, and you have to free him.
I can't. Let me paint a picture. Dungeons and Dragons is probably the basis of what a lot of role-playing games are. Dungeons and Dragons, you have dice, you create a fictionalized character for yourself, and you play through an adventure that's verbally spoken, and you use dice to determine the outcome of all of your actions. So when you're playing a video game, aka kind of like Harry Potter Lego games, right? You're kind of like role-playing as Lego Harry Potter. And unless it's one of the ones where you kind of make your own
You can switch
wizard,
characters. Like you press a
or you
button and then you're Hagrid. Like
Right,
Hagrid,
right.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, so it would be like if you were to take those characters in Dungeons and Dragons and just role play them in person, and then every time you would cast a spell, you would have to like roll a dice to determine if your spell is successful or not. That's what Dungeons and Dragons would be like.
I mean
For
it
the
sounds
listeners at home also who don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is like.
I think
I'd try it
D&D is
out.
a big
I
part of
don't
our
know
audience.
anyone who plays.
We play it, yeah, and I think
I thought it was like in person that you play that.
you
It's
can,
it's versatile. You could play it through
yeah.
Zoom, you could play in person. Yeah.
I think what makes D&D fun is that it is fully customizable. You can do literally anything you want. You could just make up, that's where it separates from really any video game. Pretty much making up some of it as you go along. So it's whatever story you want. I will say though, I am a very impatient person, and in
It's true.
D&D, you're waiting on people to not only do their stuff, but also there's a lot of moments where you're all stopping to read the rules again. And Sven can tell you, um, I have a habit when we play D&D to literally fall asleep, like, on the stream, and I feel so bad because it's not boring. I'm enjoying myself, but it is a very slow game to the point where it's
Yeah.
like my mind, because I'm not, like, using it because 'cause I'm waiting my turn, I'm just like, I'm just out. That's hard for me. I think
It
with a
doesn't
video game, it's less customizable, but it's like I'm going at my own pace. You know what I mean? And I think that's more fun.
two things. It doesn't help that we play well into the night, like past 10 p.m. And Dan is a working father. He has a kid that he has to take care of. He works all day. So it's like, I get it. Anybody would fall asleep after a long day like that. But and so then the second thing is that we do it online through, like, a video call, right? And so I think there's a difference where if we were playing in person, perhaps, he wouldn't be so inclined to fall asleep because, you know, when you're playing in person, you could, like, maybe walk around, you could have side conversations with other people, he could go play with his kid while somebody's taking a turn, like, anything is possible in person. But when you're on a call, you're sitting there, it's kinda like at work, you're, like, waiting for your coworker to just, like, get through their portion, and you're like,
Yeah.
I guess I'll just, like, pause my camera or
I
whatever."
think it also is tough because, like, there's so many rules. Even though it is fully customizable, you can do whatever you want. There's so many rules and so many things to look up. It's like if you were playing like one of those Lego Harry Potter games, and every 5 minutes you had to pause to remember all the controls, and then you go do it again. But then you have to pause again to remember the control. Like it's just over and over. And I think that's tough for me. Like I've been a DM, and there are moments where I'm just like, screw the rules. Like I just want to keep going. And I think me personally, I'm a very impatient person. I think for the average well, it's hard to tell. I think for the average person, I think D&D definitely offers more. But for me, I'd rather just play a video game.
Yeah.
does D&D take, like, hours? I heard it's, like 8
Yeah,
hours.
it can take
Well, it's dictated by the group. So you can be like, hey, I only got 2 to 4 hours. It's the most fun when you can when you can allot a lot of hours. That sounds crazy saying that. A
but
lot of
you're also
hours.
talking
But
about
yeah,
one session. If you wanna do, like, a full story, that's, like, 10 weeks worth
or
of yeah.
more,
The
or
look on
more.
Cecilia's face, yeah, it's like, if you
3-month
met every
game.
Saturday for 4 hours, it's
Yeah.
probably about 10 weeks.
Yeah, like, I could be Lego Harry Potter in, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I got stuck very early on, and I haven't played it since. I got
They're
stuck at one
hard
part, I'm
games,
like, "I
but they
don't
are,
like
like,
it."
really fun, those Lego games, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
before it takes you 10 weeks to finish Lego Harry Potter, so it doesn't matter. If it were me, let's see. I love D&D. I also just like a pre-constructed story, so I probably would go with the video game as well.
Yeah.
I don't
Nothing against D&D. I'm sure there's people who enjoy like, you hear those I've seen, like, news articles that's like, "This D&D campaign's been going on for 30 years." You know what I mean? Like, they've been playing it so long, their characters have, like, died and their kids are gone. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like this I'm sure that's fun for them, but I would get bored. Like, it
30
doesn't matter how good
years.
the story is. I can't do the same thing for 30 years.
The thing with D&D that's different from a video game too is that it's all based on how creative your friends can make it to that point where it's like, oh, those stories that go on 30 years. That story had to have been constructed between like 4 to 8 people. They all had to be creative enough to make it engaging of a story to go on for that long. Like, I don't know about you, but it would take a lot to convince me to play the same game for 30 years, unless it's so engaging that
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything else but play the game, you know? Yeah. I like
Easy, 30 years.
well, okay, I think Dan is also fibbing a little bit. 30 years is a long time, maybe like
No, it
10
was a
years.
real thing.
After,
It
like,
was a
5, I'd
30
be like,
year
"Damn, it's been 5 years."
I don't even like you losers anymore. I'm out.
Right?
I'm
Yeah,
like,
like, I like my friends. Couldn't do something with anybody for 30
30
years.
years
32
straight.
year long Dungeons& and Dragons campaign just came to an end last year.
Cecilia, you heard that, right? I like my friends, but I don't think 30. I'm duly noted, so I'm gonna write that down.
I I
Dan
could
will not do something with me for 30. Okay,
I
cool.
wouldn't do something with my husband for 30. Like, that's a long time to do with the same person and, like
Duly
yeah.
noted. Dan will not do anything with no loved ones for 30. I'm just kidding.
If
Look,
you told my husband this, he'd be like, "Yeah, I get it."
he's like, that sounds like Dan.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Me either."
Other, honestly, Steve is the type of person I think that would probably maybe maybe not 30, but like probably a good 5, 10 years, I think.
He would it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
He just get bored with
He,
his stuff very easily. He's now into Pokemon cards. That's the new one.
yeah. I I had a campaign that went for a year, but we only met once a month. So essentially that was 12 sessions. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
Yeah,
we
it's
not
not bad.
bad.
and we had the same group for that went on for 4 years. So yeah, when you think of it in that thing, what's that? 48 years, right? Or 48 years, 48 months. Um 48 sessions.
Mhm.
So yeah, once a month for 4 years. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Speaking of sessions, I have an obsession with Cecilia's golden stub because I already know what it is, and I'm excited to talk about it because I have strong opinions about it. So we are going to introduce Cecilia's golden stub. Bring. Cecilia, go ahead and tell us what you want to talk about today.
Alright, so mine today is how tomatoes ruin burgers and sandwiches.
Crazy.
It's
L- Tell us why.
okay, so okay, in my defense, I will give a burger or a sandwich, like, 2 bites before I'm taking stuff out of it, but it just also all depends, like, I just feel like first, I don't really like the consistency of tomatoes anyways, like, I don't like that mushy, I don't like zucchini when it's, like, cooked but like mushy. That I just like I don't like the consistency, and so I feel like in a burger and a sandwich, sometimes the tomato can just overpower everything, and I'm just like, now I'm just eating this tomato basically. And like I like cherry tomatoes. I'm fine with those. Sometimes like those are okay. But like no, not tomato. And then like let's say I get a burger, right? And I bring it home. By the time you bring it home, it's soggy. It's like ruining everything. Now it's goopy all over your everything. So even if you do take it out, you still got the remnants in there. And I'm like, dude. And it just I think it's mainly just like consistency and like yeah, I guess maybe just like the taste. So yeah, I just don't really like tomatoes. But a cherry tomato, I think because it's like hard, it's like kind of like you can crunch into it kinda, like a cherry
Yeah, it's like a
tomato. I think
grape
that's
almost.
why it's okay. But
Yeah.
no, regular tomato, get that out of my face. Don't look at me. I do give it a shot though. I will do like 1 or 2 bites until I'm like, "Ugh, no." Like but on a Chicago style hot dog, I will eat a I will leave it on there. I don't eat those too
Wait, you
often.
put a tomato on a hot dog?
Wait, that's a
Chicago
thing?
Chicago style hot dogs is yeah, it's got like celery salt, horseradish, tomatoes, mustard. I think
Oh,
that's
I
it.
didn't know that.
And
Is it
no
diced up to are they diced up, the tomatoes?
yes.
Oh,
And no
okay.
Alright.
ketchup. Yeah, 'cause we don't put ketchup on hot dogs.
That makes me think wait, first of all,
Yeah,
I'm
let
from
me
New
double check.
York.
Yeah, I'm
So
pretty sure that's all it yeah.
I'm from New York, so we definitely put ketchup on hot dogs. We put ketchup I think we had this debate on our earlier episode too with, like, ketchup,
We did
right?
ketchup v mustard, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's got yellow mustard, relish, chopped white onions, tomato slices or wedges, dill pickle, spear, sport peppers, and celery salt. So I'm missing a few things, but yeah, that I'll eat it
So,
on there.
reason
But
268 that I have
I
to go visit Chicago.
and
I
I
guess I
think
need
on
to get me a Chicago dog,
yeah, and I think I don't mind it on theirs because that has so many different ingredients that it doesn't overpower it. Like, the tomato
Mhm.
does not overpower all those ingredients, so I think that's why it's okay for me, but, yeah.
So, question, what all do you okay, actually, let me rephrase that. On a burger, let's say it's patty, lettuce, tomato, onions, and right, because that's, like, the normal works for a burger and pickles, and then the condiments. Is that not okay if because it has all those components? Oh, and cheese. Let's say you like cheese, put cheese
Yeah,
on it, I guess.
no, I don't know, no, and I don't
Still
really eat
no?
I won't eat, like, the onions on a burger either. That definitely not.
But on a dog? On a hot dog?
Yeah, it just I don't know, it's different, and I don't know if I eat it just because it's supposed to be on there, and that's just like a I don't know, it's different, and like
No,
I said, I don't really eat Chicago style hot dogs that often either, like, if I go to a game, I gotta have one.
It sounds like it's sorta like the pineapple on pizza thing. It's like you can like both, but people don't I like pineapple on pizza, but I'm saying, like, some people don't like them together as, like, a consistency thing because one is sweet and kinda wet, and one of them's kinda cheesy, and it's a weird combination. So, yeah, I definitely get that.
I'm okay, I'm sitting here thinking because you already know I'm gonna come at this in every which way. Another question. What if we because I never thought about doing this, but when you described the Chicago hot dog, I'm like, "Okay, what if we dice the tomatoes and the onions and then put them on the burger?"
No, I don't no, no. Then it's mushier, then it's really
Interesting.
mushy.
Yeah, that might make it worse.
Another
The only
question.
time I'll
I'm
eat
like
the only time I'll eat, like, a onion on, like, a burger is, like, you know how McDonald's and I rarely eat McDonald's, but their onions are fine, I guess. Like, I won't, like, scoop them off.
that's
Yeah.
what that's what got me thinking. I was like, "Wait, because McDonald's does dice onions, so what if we dice the onions into" you know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to see, like, where this all goes.
Like, what's the line? Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the
ultimately,
line?
no on my burger.
Another question. You know how they do fried tomatoes? What if it's a fried I've never thought about doing that on a burger, but what if they do a fried tomato on a burger?
A fried tomato?
Yeah,
I probably still no. I probably
interesting. Even
wouldn't
though
do
it's crispy? I say that because I'm also a texture person, right? So, like, for me, if it's too mushy, I don't like any of my food to be too mushy or soft without like a crispy element to it. So I'll like find creative ways to like put something crispy on my food. It doesn't matter what it is, but like I just can't eat mushy food on its own. And so like, for me, like if a burger turns out to be too mushy or whatever, I'll do the crispy onions or whatever, like the fried onions, or I'll do French fries, or like I'll find a way to like put a crisp factor to it. But I never thought about doing a fried tomato, which I think in my head
fried
sounds good. Yeah. Have you had one
like wait,
before?
no. And I can't even picture what it looks like.
It's like a panko crusted tomato slice. So it's like a normal tomato
Okay.
slice, panko crusted. Yeah,
Maybe, but I feel
it's
like that would
good.
still be mushy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Even
it feels
I
like on the inside it would be, like,
yeah.
it's a deceiving in that way.
It's not. Like the ones I've had, the crust is it's like and I'm okay. It's gonna sound crazy because I know onion rings are very like it's very hit or miss. You'll have an onion ring and sometimes you'll bite into it thinking it'll be crispy, but then it's like comes out soggy and like mushy onion or whatever, right? But the crispy tomatoes that I've had are like the onion rings where that's not the case, where it's like it's crispy, it's a nice actual crispy onion ring. So, if anything out of this podcast, I might go like experiment trying to fry tomato on a burger because now I'm thinking like I might have discovered something on this podcast. Like,
Yeah, let me know, send me a picture of it, and then yeah.
because also in my head, I think we've done everything else on the burger, like breaded and fried. They have breaded crispy pickles on burgers. I've seen that. I've seen breaded crispy an onion ring on a burger. Obviously not lettuce. Obviously not cheese. Wait, no. I've seen mozzarella sticks on burgers. So
At
really the
Culver's
only thing I don't what's that?
or not Culver's, I think B-Dubs does that.
Yeah, I think so.
Or like
Uh
Culver's has a cheese curd burger.
the cheese curd also, but I have yet to see a fried tomato burger or like a fried tomato on a burger. I think that's what's missing. I might have discovered something. I'm gonna try it.
Let us know. Let us know.
I got you. I got you. Dan, would you? I know. First of all, Dan doesn't like condiments at all. Famously hates
I like
mayo
mayo.
a little bit.
You don't like
No, I like
mayo?
mayo.
You like mayo.
Mayo, yeah,
I like
I like
mayo
mayo,
mixed
I
with
don't like
ketchup.
I had not tried that.
My
I would give that one a shot.
my
Okay.
mom my mom mentioned it in the comments where you're like, where I was like, wait, you don't fucking like ketchup? She was like, I think in one of the comments she was like, oh, he needs to try it with mayo, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
true.
Mix that up. To me,
mix the
it's
2.
a strong flavor. I do not like tomatoes, like, as they are. Like, I'll have sauce, but I do not like a tomato. That's and I take the onions off too. My burgers are very plain. It's cheese, lettuce, mayo, burger.
Actually,
Um,
go ahead, tell Cecilia what's your order from
Mine's
Chinese food
Lucky Fit.
because I'll
Sorry, go ahead.
wait, which order?
your Chinese food order because
Oh,
I want this on the podcast.
okay. Steve calls it the sad noodles. So I get chicken lo mein, but I don't get the vegetables. So it's just chicken and noodles,
Okay.
just condensed down. It's just that's it. We call it sad noodles. I think it's good. It's horrible for you, but it's again, it's speaking of sogginess, it's because I don't like it when the broccoli and stuff is all like wet and like feels
Yeah.
like it's just like been in the ocean. Like it's so gross. I think with a sandwich, Like, you want that bite. Like, you get a sandwich because you wanna take, like, a hearty bite, and I can imagine, like, the consistency of the tomato, like, throwing that. Like, I don't like when the bread is too soggy on a sandwich for the same reason. It's like, I'm going here to have, like, a wholesome, like, just like a crunch, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the lettuce is lucky if it makes it onto my burger half the time also.
Oh, it takes off.
Sometimes I just like to get it over with. I don't need this extra stuff. Give me a
Yeah.
patty and some ketchup and buns.
Yeah.
I don't
I
You
always
know
mean,
need
what's
all the
wild to
extras.
me? And I absolutely this is like a big pet peeve of mine. When you put stuff on a sandwich, it should fit that sandwich. I hate when you get like the burger is like flopping off the sides. The worst. Or
That
the
happened to me the
lettuce
other
is
day.
like a head of I'm like proportions. You know what I mean? Like it should look like this. It
Yeah.
shouldn't go like that. It should like this. It
okay,
drives me crazy.
maybe it's the Scooby-Doo slash previous stoner in me, but I always love a sandwich that's like falling off the bread.
No,
Like
no, no.
that's
No.
so crazy to me that you guys don't. I like just the other day I saw on Instagram someone was like, "Oh, I'm doing Scooby-Doo and a Scooby-Doo inspired dinner or lunch for my husband or whatever." And she literally constructed what looks like a sandwich that would belong on the Scooby-Doo show, and I was like, "Ugh,
Just too
'Cause
much.
you know why?
perfect."
When you get that, you have to take like, your first bite has to be the bite to even it out, and you look crazy because you're taking a bite of, like, not the sandwich, of just, like, a bite at the end. It doesn't look
You have
right.
to, like,
It's yeah,
move your
it's
unlock your
yeah,
jaw.
it's just like it just no, it's weird. I don't like it.
If my jaw does not snap out of place when I bite into my sandwich, I don't want it. Like, I just I know people agree with me out there. You know, I always say this, I'm like, "Oh, people out there will totally be on my side," and then very like, literally every time, they're like, Um, Dan. Dan's right
Yeah.
in this conversation." I'm like, "Bro, what?"
I had more popular opinions than I thought, but yeah.
I guess my hot takes are truly hot takes. And Cecilia, yours is definitely a hot take because I can't I'm also okay, to be fair, I am on your side a little bit because some once in a while I do like me a burger that's just literally meat, bread, maybe a little bit of mayo ketchup, and I'm good. Sometimes I'll go to McDonald's whenever I do go, and I'll order my cheeseburgers plain. I just did this last night, actually, because of where I was staying at. We were like, it's the middle of the night. There was a 24 hours McDonald's, and I was like, let's just go to fucking McDonald's. And I got a plain cheeseburger, so I get it. But like, if you were to sit here and ask me for the rest of your life, if all you could choose was a burger with a plain burger or a burger with the toppings and all the fixings, I'd have to go with the fixings because I would be so depressed if I couldn't go to a barbecue grill out and like not have lettuce, tomato, onions. You know the one thing I won't have on my burgers though? Pickles. Fuck pickles.
Hate pickle. Cannot stand a pickle. Do you like
Cecilia's looking
pickles?
at me like she's like, "Wait, what?"
You know, I don't mind pickles. I don't go out of my way to put them on there because I don't think about adding pickles. But if it's there, like, I'll eat it. I don't mind it. But I'm not like
Really?
I do like the bare min usually too on like nuggets, chicken nuggets. I usually just I don't dip them because I'm just trying to quick. I don't even
Yeah,
know
there
dip.
are times where I'll do that too. I used to never dip them. I do now, but I do get the idea of like sometimes the nugget's just so good on its own. You don't need to
Yeah.
put anything on it. You
Or
want the
like if I'm
nugget.
in public, I like to eat like if possible something I can eat with a fork. And so I love wings, but if I'm out in public, I'm probably not gonna eat them because they're messy, and I gotta
Mhm.
make a mess with my hands. No, I like quick and easy. So preferably if I could eat with a fork, that's what I'm gonna eat.
I think we
Cecilia?
broke Sven here.
I don't think I've ever heard I think that should have been your golden stub. I That's crazy to me. You don't dip your chicken nugget I can't. I'm
Not
literally
always.
I'm
Sometimes I do, and just most of the time I just don't. Like I'm not gonna sit there fumble with this packet of sauce and sit there and play around. Like I'm just trying to. Sometimes the nugget or whatever is good on its own, like Dan said.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, those little packets do not have the right
and
amount to your nuggets. Like, you're
yeah,
always, like, opening an odd number, and it's weird,
yeah.
yeah.
And then you gotta open, like,
Am
7
I?
ketchup packets just to get 1 dip, like, just too much. I wanna eat, not work. I clacked out.
100%. That's what it is. It's like when it becomes work. It becomes like a
Yeah.
job to eat your food, and sometimes you just
I've
wanna get to the point.
I've eaten a plain burger with nothing, no condiments or nothing. I've done that
Yeah.
more than
Oh,
once.
it's good. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
totally there with you. Yeah.
yeah.
I do the same thing with french fries. I don't dip my french fries at all. Like, I just
Rarely.
eat them
I
like they
rarely
are.
dip my french fries. Rare.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. And
Am I crazy?
the people who put the ketchup on top of the french fries, that's diabolical.
That's
That's
I've said this
diabolical.
before, that's serial killer behavior
No, that
because
is
you if you're gonna dip anything, you need the dry side to hold, and then you dip to your level. To do
yes.
it the other way, you're, like, looking for the spot to pick it up? No, that's
Yeah, and
crazy.
then you get
Sven
a
is
fry that's got
broken.
all ketchup. Now there's too much ketchup on the fry. Like if
Yeah.
I do like even like a tortilla chip, if I'm dipping it in the sauce, I'm not getting a scoop of sauce. I'm just dipping it so it gets a little on the chip and then I'm eating it. Like I want
Yes!
less I want more chip than sauce,
I'm
right?
right
Or
there with you,
salsa.
yes. I'm
Yeah.
right there with you. Sven is so angry right now.
Spanish
I've
is so
never seen him like this before. Sven, you wanna go out to eat with us, and we'll eat just the most boring things
You're
you've
gonna
ever
have
seen?
all our sauces,
Chat.
more sauces
Am
for
I
kids.
crazy? Chat. Am I crazy? Am I I can't be the only. There's no way. I refuse to acknowledge that I'm the only person on this planet that will eat saucy nugs or that will put ketchup on their fries or that will. I don't. I
Well,
can't.
I
But
do, I will, but I
Yeah.
mostly won't.
I will say, I do think Cecilia and I are in the minority here. I do think most people dip their nuggets and dip their fries and stuff
Yeah,
like
no,
that, but
and
I'm
people
I'm there
usually get,
with you,
like,
though, that,
5
like
different dips.
yeah.
also, what is wrong with pouring ketchup on top of your fries? If there's too much on a fry, take a fry that has none on it and scrape it off.
Now
Like what?
you're working for this
Yeah,
fry.
I'm not here to work, I'm here to eat.
I'm trying to just leisurely eat my fries.
Yeah.
I'm not trying
Also,
to
I think I.
The
do
person
math
at McDonald's
problems to
made
eat a fry.
these for me, I'm gonna eat them. They did the work.
I grew up in New York City. New York City listeners, please tell me that I'm right here. I know I'm right. There's no way I'm not. You go to the Chinese store. I know, crazy. Go to the Chinese stores for French fries. What? No, but it's a thing. It's literally a thing. Ask any New Yorker. I know what I'm talking about here. You get an order of fries. It comes in the little container, the little white container with the little flap, right? You ask them to put ketchup and or barbecue sauce. They pour it on top of the fries. You close the container and then you shake the container. And I guarantee you, any New Yorker who literally was born and raised in New York City will tell you that's a thing. So I know I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
crazy.
I've seen
I'm
that.
not crazy.
Yeah, but that's doing it that way. Okay, I guess shaking it up because I was gonna say if you're just pouring it on top, now the bottom fries are not getting anything. But if you're shaking it, now it's just like your fry is covered. That's too much.
Yeah.
That's
I
too
It's
would
much
only
not.
do that
ketchup.
if I'm
It's
eating
a,
with
Too
a
much ketchup.
fork afterwards, you know?
well,
And
well,
barbecue,
of
that's
course
just
you
crazy. Barbecue?
ask a New Yorker. It's a thing. Ketchup barbecue sauce on their French fries from the
How do
Chinese
you think?
restaurant. I'm not
How do you
kidding.
think New York?
Hand to God. I'm not even religious. Hand to God. I'm totally serious. Please, somebody from New York, save me in the comments. I know. I
Do
know
you
what I'm talking about here.
do you think New York pizza is better than Chicago pizza?
1,000%. This is literally not an
No. No. No, 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 no,
literally
no, 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 no.
this
No, no, no,
debate
no, no.
last week
No,
in
that
a Twitch
floppy ass
chat.
pizza.
Nope. I don't want to
And
hear a floppy pizza
you're not supposed
because
to
a New York City pizza, a proper New York City pizza will have a crispy
you're not
crust
supposed to eat it
all the
like
way
this.
through and it
You're not
still will fold and it'll still be
you're not supposed
crispy.
to
The
fold your
crust is
pizza.
still good. Why not?
That's crazy talk. Have you had
That's not crazy talk.
Man,
a
the 2
Chicago
of you
pizza?
I
Taverns
I have.
like a tavern style, not just deep dish?
I don't know
It's
about
like
tap. What's
the
the
thin
difference
crust,
between?
because like a tavern style is like a thin crust. So okay, so like the deep dish is like like a touristy thing. It's like a Chicago thing, but we have it on special occasions. But our normal pizza that we would order for like, I don't know, family Friday night or whatever is like a thin crust pizza, and it's cut into squares. So it's
Yeah,
it's not
I've
like
had
deep
that.
dish. Deep dish is
Okay.
good too, but that's not like a norm.
The thing with okay, so I had this debate on a stream a week ago. And the thing with so I get it if people prefer more bread than sauce, so deep dish is appealing. I'm not a person that likes more bread than sauce. I like to have an equal amount of crust, cheese, sauce, which is why the New York City pizza slice is literal perfection. It's not floppy. If you have a floppy New York City pizza, you did not get a proper one. They are crispy. They still fold. If they don't fold and slightly kind of like crack from the fold, you didn't get a proper New York City
That
pizza.
fold
I'm
part
sorry.
is
Dan is literally shaking his head yes because he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They do fold and they are crispy and they are not a soggy pizza. If you got a soggy New York City pizza, I don't know where you went, but it was in New York.
I just
A
seen
deep
them,
dish pizza,
but you
huh?
shouldn't be able to fold. Why are we folding the pizza?
Because it's just I don't. It's in New York, New Yorkian 618. It's part of the religion. I don't make up the rules. It's just how we eat pizza in New York. I don't listen. I don't tell you how Chicago people eat their pizza. New Yorkers eat their pizza their way. I don't know. It's in New Yorkian 618.
I
Look
don't
it
know. I
up.
just get
um, but you fold it. Also, you don't eat it whole. You don't roll it. No, all that Instagram, TikTok shit that I've seen, false. You fold it at length, nice little triangle, little crispy crack on the bottom because it's crispy. And when you bite into it, there should be a crunch. That is a New York City slice. But okay, a Chicago deep dish pizza, too much bread for my liking. Although I will say deep dish pizza is good, it's just not my preference. And I think I've had maybe a tavern style pizza before. I'm willing to try one specifically from Chicago to see if there's something different about it. But I will die on this hill to the day that I see my grave, and then my spirit will haunt you. I don't care. New York City pizza is absolutely better and above beyond, and it's it's astronomically better than anything else on this planet. I don't care. Italy can fuck off.
Well,
Um,
Italy's not really known for its pizza, to be quite
it's not.
honest.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying they could fuck off.
I had pizza in Italy and it was like, it was all right.
They could fuck off. Um, I don't care if that's where it originated from. I don't care if whatever. I don't care if you're from Connecticut and you say you have the best pizza. I'm currently based out of New Jersey. I don't care if you're from New Jersey, you don't have the best pizza. I will die on this hill forever for the rest of my eternal life and spiritual life. New York City pizza has the best pizza on the planet. Fuck off.
okay. You and only New York people think that, but everyone else no.
No, no, it's not true. If
It is
if
true.
you don't if you don't agree with that statement, you have no taste. Literally none. I
I'm
will forever die on this hill.
like afraid to get involved here. But
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
you are
kidding.
also a born and raised New Yorker. You already have an
No,
opinion.
I agree. And I honestly, I went to school on Long Island and like that's Pizza Central. And,
Trying to
yeah,
see if
I
there's like
definitely
any kind of
prefer New
survey.
York pizza. What's
Ooh,
that?
go ahead. Survey the whole world if you like. I'm sure it's gonna bring you back to New York City, baby.
Okay.
Listen, this is not a dig on Chicago pizza. I still want to go to Chicago for a hot dog. I still will go for a deep dish pizza. I'm just never gonna sit here and say that it's better than New York pizza.
I'm going to Chicago in a couple months now or next month. And I need to try Chicago pizza
You
again
gotta
though,
bring
just
Sven with
just
you.
to compare because it's been a long time since
You know,
I had deep dish once, and I don't think it's been a very long time since I've had like the type you're talking about. But yeah, I had somebody recently tell me that Florida pizza is the best, and I was like, you're definitely just trolling. Like that's not a thing.
Florida?
Florida pizza. I'm like, that doesn't sound
I had
right.
California pizza.
It's good.
Yeah.
Listen,
there was
Pizza's
one that I
pizza.
had, and I was like,
pizza's
it's not.
pizza is pizza in the sense that like it's always gonna be bread, sauce, cheese.
Yeah, but
In
it's
that
like
sense,
different.
You'd think. I've had
in
pizza
that
that wasn't, but go on.
if it doesn't have those, it's not pizza in my opinion. Listen, it's like spaghetti, noodles, tomato sauce. It's always gonna be as long as it's cooked properly, right? Like the noodles are not overcooked or whatever or undercooked. Pasta is pasta. Pizza is pizza. I'm gonna enjoy bread, meat, and sauce. Bread, meat, and sauce will always, and cheese will always go good in any form. But New York City
But when
pizza
in
is just
Chicago, it's just
superior.
better.
I mean, listen,
I'm just kidding. Like
you
they
know
can both
what?
be good. Both can be true. Chicago's
There
just a little
is
bit
nothing
better.
like going to the sweatiest man you've ever seen in your life in New York City and like having him give you a piece of pizza and it being like $3 and it being absolutely perfect. Like it's
Also,
crazy how like you could get pizza from literally anywhere in New York and it's good.
and it's good. Even the worst ones are good. Also, remember the days when they were $1? Like
Yeah, it's been a while.
$1. Okay, well, I'm talking about like my childhood, you know? Like $1, 50 for a slice. That was or $1.50 for a slice and a can of soda after school. Perfect. You can't beat that. It's just not. It's listen.
I know.
I am willing to risk this podcast. I will put up on socials a pizza of a Chicago tavern and deep dish. I'll do both. It's
Do
up to
it.
you. Versus New York City pizza. And I'm willing to put out a poll. And I'm willing to share that across every inch of the internet. I will put it on Reddit. I'll put it in every Discord server that I have. I'll put it on my Twitch stream. I'm willing to put it everywhere. And I'll aggregate the data.
Do it.
Please
And
I'll
if
do.
vote.
Chicago Pizza wins, the podcast is over. I'm done. Because
That's
there's
Well,
confident.
I guess the next one could be our
Imagine it
farewell
does.
episode.
And then it's like, you versus who with Cecilia?
Cecilia versus you. I mean,
And if New York
don't.
City Pizza, if New York City Pizza wins, you are our permanent third co-host going forward. That's what I'm willing to risk on the line here.
These are the stakes.
All right, let's do it. Dan, are you okay with this?
I'd go for it. This
All
I can
right,
tell this is not going to end well. This fight,
but
but I'm here for it.
but we have to see where people are voting from.
That's true.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Depending on the social network, you might be able to
I
figure
mean, I
that
could
out.
put it on mine too. I guess everyone on my Instagram's in Chicago.
So
Mm.
they
So
that'll
mine
just
would,
have it.
But you're gonna
I
have
would say mine would
people.
be New York. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be even. Kind of, maybe. I don't have that many
I
people
mean,
on
that's
Instagram.
you're right. I mean, I have a mix. I have like West Coast. I have East Coast. You are right though. We would have to like figure out the location people are voting from to really kind of get a good number here, a fair number. Either way, I'm willing to do it. Let's go.
Does
New
it not
York
Do it.
all
mean
day, baby.
I'm down.
Knicks just won the championships. I can get all 8 million people in the city to get on this vote right now. Like,
Honestly,
we
the state of the city right now, 8 million people would unite to answer this poll.
I'm
New
gonna
York
do a,
City, you gonna do a
go ahead.
what?
I was gonna say I'm gonna do a poll on my Twitter because I have people from everywhere. I have like not many people from my area. I mean, I'm sure there's some, but it's like a sports card Twitter, so I have people from everywhere. I want to
I
kind of
like
do it on
that.
there.
I'm gonna put it on my
It's like less than
threads.
1,000 people, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
curious.
no, I mean anyone who's willing to vote, let's do it. I'm down because I can guarantee you at this very moment, Cecilia will be our third permanent co-host. You heard it here first.
You're so this is the most confident I've ever heard you.
Okay,
New York
well,
City all day, baby.
I'm gonna miss you versus who real bad.
On that note, this has been, oh man, I don't think I've ever had a guest as entertaining as this. This has been so much fun, Cecilia. Holy shit. Um, is there anything that you have going on right now in life other than $1 trillion at the bottom of the ocean and Chicago pizza for dinner?
Nothing else going on. No, I don't have anything cool right now. Other than what do we have coming up? Nothing. I guess right now, all I have right now that I'm kind of building is like my sports card Twitter, where I just post my cards. Sometimes I sell them, but I mainly just post them or post like sometimes like if there's like a restock.
Does it
I
have
love
a cool
that.
handle? Does it have a cool
It's
handle they can follow you?
it's just Cessy BTW. So it's
Sassy
Cessy by the way.
BTW.
Yeah, I was trying to
By the
rebrand it back to
way,
Cessy. Yeah, because I was like, it's Cessy by the way, like not Cece or Cecilia. But I really don't
go
care. People call me.
well, go ahead, you guys, and follow Cessy BT Dubs because she will be the permanent host of You versus Who after this week. Let's see. Dan has at Starcade Show, as always, our lovely host of Starcade. So if you guys haven't followed him there yet, please do. And then follow us. If you guys loved this conversation, if you found this as entertaining as I did, please follow us at You versus Who Pod on IG and Threads, You versus Who One on TikTok, or You versus Who Podcast on YouTube. Unless you're already listening on YouTube, in that case, hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified for every new episode. At this point, there's no con. It's all pros. And then, of course, follow me at Sven the Lord. I post all kinds of stuff. Actually, I post nothing on my on my primary socials. So
No, you don't.
just follow the show. I am like the least social media person on the planet, but it's okay. Um, and I love this episode. This has been so much fun. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember this show, but there was this do you guys remember As Told by Ginger?
Yes.
Yes?
Someone once told me that okay, I don't remember the lyrics, but that was a
That
good
the
theme song.
grass is much greener on the
On
other
the other
side.
side.
Yeah.
Yep. And on that note, the uh the jury is closed.
Love it.
Perfect.